we start with a gauge of voter sentiment ahead of the two-day early voting that begins next Thursday and the snap election on June 3rd. Soo-young has our top story.
With just 11 days until the June 3rd presidential election, the stakes are higher in the final public opinion polls and the candidates' televised debates. Gallup's final survey conducted this week shows the Democratic Party's Lee Jae-myung is still ahead with 46% support. But compared to a week earlier, his approval dropped 6 points, while his main rival Kim Moon-soo of the People Power Party has gained 7 points, narrowing the gap between them from 22 points to 10. Meanwhile, the Reform Party's Jun-seok saw his support jump to 10%, marking two-digit figures for the first time in this race. The final National Barometer survey on Thursday showed a similar trend. Lee Jae-myung lost 3 points, while Kim Moon-soo and Jun-seok scored higher ratings at 32% and 10%. It seems conservative and moderates have been solidifying their votes as election day draws near. The gap between the main Liberal and Conservative candidates shrunk to about 1/3 of last week's level in the Seoul capital region.
If you look at the regional voter distribution released monthly by Gallup Korea, Conservatives actually outnumber Progressives. Given this numerical advantage, how actively Conservatives are willing to vote in this election is, in my view, critically important.
Among independent voters who don't affiliate themselves with any party, preferences for the DPM reform candidates was neck and neck, while the PPP contender fell to 3rd place. Younger Koreans, regarded as swing voters, also made decisive moves. Among voters aged 29 and under, support for reform's Jun-seok jumped to 26%, closely behind the DP's Lee Jae-myung's 30%. The PPP's Kim Moon-soo was significantly behind at 19%. As all candidates aim to solidify their support base, the number of respondents who said they could switch the candidate they vote for fell 1 percentage point to 16%. More than 8 in 10 people say they'll vote in this election. According to the MBS survey, voters believe the biggest task for the new president will be reviving the local economy, reforming the structure of politics, and reducing social conflict. The leading presidential hopefuls will hold a second televised debate on Friday night, focusing on societal issues. Regardless of their preferred candidate, Korean adults under 40 believe the Harvard-educated Jun-seok performed the best at the candidate's first live debate last Sunday, which touched upon trade and the economy. Those in their 40s and 50s who are left-leaning overwhelmingly back the DP candidate, and those over 70 believe PPP's Kim Moon-soo had outshined others in the TV debate. Soo-young, Arirang News.